Good afternoon, everyone. So this afternoon, I'd like to talk about to develop this right attitude towards meditation, because sometimes we shouldn't have the right attitude, right understanding why we meditate. Because a lot of people that meditate, they want to achieve, want to get something, want to achieve certain stages, and they try very hard. The harder you try, it's getting worse. It becomes counterproductive. And also to talk about some of the very common problems, even some very experienced meditators, they also have experienced these problems. Like, for example, one of the very common questions that they used to ask, even some been meditating for many years, because they're really shocked, because when we practice, as our mindfulness, awareness becomes stronger, and then we be able to see things more deeply. So, and then sometimes that, even some very experienced meditators, they're really shocked, because when they started to see some underlying unresolved emotions come out, and because they've been so peaceful and so calm and so happy, certainly that when one day when they sit, they just all emerge. And then they think that, something wrong with me, so I'm not having progress. But actually it's not. It's just that actually the other way around. Actually, because of your awareness, your mindfulness becomes stronger. You're deepening your mindfulness, so you'll be able to see things that are more subtle. Actually, it's there. But when your mindfulness is not strong enough, you'll not be able to see those very subtle, unresolved emotion, This underlying tendency is still there, So a lot of people, they're really shocked. They say, they think that they shouldn't have this experience. I shouldn't, I should be very peaceful and calm. I've been meditating for so long, and they can't accept that. That's why it's very important that letting go means letting things be, accepting whatever experience that, whatever emotion, experience, or feelings that we experience right now, to allow that be. But it's very difficult, because we've been, conditioned that way. We like to control. So sometimes that because of the ego, we not be able to accept that, that this comes out. We think that it shouldn't be there. We think that it's wrong. We shouldn't have this emotion come out. So if a skillful meditators, they just let it be. I have one very good meditator. She spoke to me. She's a very good meditator, and she said one day she was meditating, and all in a sudden she was so depressed, but she just sat there. She just allowed the depression. She just allowed it to be. She just sit with that feeling of depressed, and it just goes away and it's never come back. She said for a long time, but it just come out. So sometimes this happen, but a lot of meditators that they thought that something wrong, maybe they are not progressing, but actually you have progressed because of the things that you not be able to, you are not in the past, that you not be able to see because of your awareness or mindfulness is not strong enough to be able to see, because it's very subtle. Because sometimes we suppress, some of this unresolved emotion that is still sitting there, and because we keep pressing, it's really deep down underneath. So as we practice, so we uncover, it's just like we purify our mind, layer after layer after layer after layer. So as our practice go deeper, and we go to the really deeper level, we found, we thought that we have done with, we don't have this experience anymore. We have resolved this emotion. So we thought that it's not there, and then we discovered that it's still there. We still have this underneath, this underlying tendency is still lie between underneath there. deep down there. So sometimes when you see that, you take delight in seeing that, rather than, oh, I'm not having, just happy, because that is because of your progress, you'll be able to see this more subtle level of our emotion, unresolved emotions or defilements. This sit deep down. So letting go means is not try to push things away, and you just letting be, accepting. It's very difficult to accept, that moment what you experience, because of our ego, and some people, and sometimes people try to force themselves to focus on the breath much more, try to ignore that, so that they did not accept this coming out, whatever, or they feel depressed or whatever, they feel they have a lot of sadness, whatever emotion they have, or a lot of anger. Sometimes people just comes up with lots of anger, So some people try very hard to they focus on the breath, They try harder. And then after a while, they're so stressed out, they're very tired, because you use a lot of willpower. You try to push things away. You try to focus. So that's why letting go, you just allow things be. You are not achieving anything, because whatever meditation says, that it will come naturally. It will come whether you want it, you like it or not. It's just like the Buddha said, cultivating this path, these 37 enlightenment factors, it's just like hands sitting on the eggs. If you sit long enough, the eggs will hatch. Do the hens need to say that may my eggs hatch? They don't have to, isn't it? Whether you like it, you want it or not, it's happened by itself. This is non-self. The Buddhist teaching of non-self. Even if we can control, and then this is not the teaching of the Buddhas of non-self. That is not the truth anymore. If we can really make it happen, we can't make it happen. It has to be natural. It's happened by itself. So actually, letting go is just very simple, but it's not easy to do, because of out of a habitual pattern. We like to control things. We like to change things. We like to change the thing the way we want it. So we don't like this feeling. We want to somehow we can change, the experience that we've been experiencing right now. So we think that we're in control, and because of our ego, our sense of self getting in the way. So that's why when you have this experience, it's okay. Let it be. So it's nothing wrong with that. Because people think that there is a problem, they're facing a problem. The problem is not that what you experience is a problem. It's a problem is you think that this is a problem. That is the main thing. We think that I shouldn't experience it. It's okay, So allow the mind to be. It's not try to achieve anything. I remember just not long ago, someone came to me to ask about meditation, and she said that, I understand that all my unresolved, this a lot of unresolved emotions, that with my family and things like that. And I know that I have to go beyond non-self. And she tried to figure out how to go beyond non-self, and how to use how to rationalize, use her mind, and how to analyze, and how to rationalize to resolve her problem. And I told her, I said, you can't. I said, you have to keep practicing until your practice is deep enough. Your mindfulness, you have the mind have to see itself. It's not true analyzing, try to say maybe this, maybe that, You can't, I said, you can't use that, You have to go, when your mind is deep enough, when your meditation, your mindfulness is strong enough, you can see, it's natural. It's not using words to try to put label on. That is silent. You just know. The knowing, you just know. It's not like, sometimes it's not like putting the label on, like putting commentary. So the moment you put the commentary, onto what you experience, you already lost it. When you start to talk, inside, this and that, you already, you lose it. Because you just been there. Non-reactive awareness, allow things arises and pass away. Because whatever feelings, whatever emotions, that we experience, it arises, it will pass away by itself. You don't have to do anything. Ajahn Brahm used to say, you just sit there and wait for the mango to drop. But, the mangoes, when it's ripe, you sit underneath, you sit long enough, it will drop, it will fall onto your laps. The meditation is just, just as simple as that. But sometimes we make it more complicated. We try to control, so we try to control, we try to make it the way we want it to be, and we only want to experience peace and calm, and we want to achieve that. We want to achieve something. So actually, meditation is not about achieving things. Because why we suffer? Because we hold on to lots of things, isn't it? We can't let it go. We're holding on to lots of things that we can't let it go. So the practice actually is to let go. So if we try to achieve, certain meditation stages, like I want to get into deep meditation, I want to be really deep, in the absorption, and then you are not letting go. You want to be, you wanted to get something out of it, so you are not letting go. So the letting go happen, naturally, and when the letting go happen, and you naturally have that inner peace and calm, it's natural. It's not by forcing, it's not by controlling, and you can't make it happen. You can't. It has to come natural. So I think most of you also have that experience. When you have no expectation at all, normally you get very good meditation, isn't it? When you expect that something going to happen, okay. I remember when I was in Thailand, so the day before that, I had very good meditation. And then the next day, I can't wait till finish my work, my chores, to go back to my kuti and meditate. I really almost running back to my kuti and sit on my cushion, and then I start meditating. Oh my goodness. The moment I sit down, my mind all over the place. Because of, I try to manufacture, because of yesterday, I have good meditation, and then today, I thought that I'm going to repeat that again. I think that, I thought that I can somehow, to manufacture and repeat that what I have experienced yesterday. So, but it's all gone, you can't, it's natural. So I always, whenever I have no expectation, I just, okay, never mind, just sit, Whenever I have that, just relax, just sit, Usually, my meditation is really good because you let go. You're not expecting something, you're not wanting something in return. You just let it be. And whatever experience is, let it be. So that is very important that we have this right attitude. Not to control, not to try to control, and not to try to focus, use a lot of willpower to focus on your meditation object. And that peace, the inner peace, the calm, come naturally as you let go. Actually, the moment you let go, you have the experience. It's happened naturally. Whenever you let go, you will experience the peace and calm. We know for ourselves, sometimes things that bother us, the moment we let go, we just feel like, isn't it? When we're holding on to something, we feel so heavy. And we just, and the moment, we let go, we can feel that our whole body, our mind just relax, isn't it? We just feel like, That's why it's important, you just let it go. When you let go, and you naturally experience that peace and calm. But you can't make it happen. You can't manufacture that. The peace, the calm. It's come through letting things be accepted accepting whatever happened in this moment, allow things happen. So it's not right or wrong, because sometimes we label our experience. We label that this is good, this is bad, and we only want good experience, We label, there's no good or bad, experience. It's just experience, but we put the label on, So whatever feelings is come and go, it won't stay. Those even very unpleasant feelings is come and go. If you sit with it, you face it, you don't run away, you don't suppress it. Yes, maybe that moment is very unpleasant and very unpleasant. But after that, you free yourself. And when the moment you let it go, when that pass, you feel incredibly, peace and calm when that pass. You just let that pass. Because when it comes to the maximum point, it will automatically subside. Like sometimes that emotion come out, like you have a lot of fear, so you just allow the fear be. The fear will just go up to the max. It will subside. It's all things is like that. So the more you practice, the more you have this experience, you become very confident in yourself, because you know that it's not going to stay. So you know that it will pass, and after a while, this will not bother you anymore, and you become more confident and really more skillful to deal with these unpleasant emotions that just pops out. So actually, to take, delight in seeing any emotion that unresolved emotions or negative emotions that pops out while you're in meditation. So it's okay, you allow that to be, and that will be. This will resolve eventually if you let it be. But if you try to interfere, you try to push it away and try to run away from it, and actually, in fact, you reinforce this unresolved emotion, because next time it comes up, become stronger. So this is how you have to keep practicing and keep doing it and keep doing it. Eventually, this underlying tendency, this underlying unresolved emotion, eventually will resolve. So I offer this for you this afternoon meditation class. So is it any questions or comments? So, dear Venerable Hasapanna, one does full sustained attention on the breath, breathing meditation. Is it better to follow the breath from the nose to the abdomen and back, or is it better to just focus on the nostrils with observing the whole breath? Okay. This we just, when we start to practice that is meditation, especially the breath, we just knowing the breath going in and out. It's just like, this mindfulness is just like the guard, the gatekeeper. So the gatekeeper just stay, isn't it? The gatekeeper know who is going in and who is going out, isn't it? Do the gatekeeper need to go follow anyone go in, who is this person, and find out this person and come back again and see who is going out? Don't have to, isn't it? The mindfulness, mindfulness on the breath is just like the gatekeeper. You fully aware, you fully who is going in, you fully, who is going out, you fully aware of that. You don't have to follow through, isn't it? Who is going in and who is going out. So it just stay, just knowing the breath is in and out. It's just like, the saw, in and out. Actually, it's only one point, isn't it? Actually, it's not really, the saw is not really go like that. Actually, you're using this point. So you just stay at this point, and you just know that it's in and out. So fully aware of the breath. So we don't have to follow through, who is the person going in, who is the person going out, what are they doing, what is this person's name. The gatekeeper don't have to do that, isn't it? The gatekeeper just stay, like you're just guarding. The mindfulness is like the gatekeeper. So you just know, fully aware. You know how many person go in and how many person go out. And you know each individual person, you can identify who is going in and out. But you don't have to follow each individual person. You're fully aware. This is how you practice mindfulness on the breath. So I hope this answers the questions. Any more questions or comments? So if not, then we start to meditate, okay? So just choose a comfortable posture and just relax your body. And just spend some time to relax your body and bring awareness and attention into this body and just relax. And you don't have to rush into watching your breath. Just relax. As your body becomes relaxed, your mind is relaxed. As your mind is relaxed, you just calm down naturally. So you bring your attention, awareness into this present moment. And just opening the door of your heart to this moment, to accept this moment, whatever arises in this moment. And just to allow the breath to come to you. Just place awareness, your mindfulness on your breath, breathing in and breathing out.